2018, after rendering service of 25 years and 7 months, he received gratuity of rupees 7 lakh. His salary at the time of retirement was as under: basic salary 16,000 per month, DA, that is DNS allowance eligible for retirement benefits, rupees 8,000 per month. The question is as follows: compute the taxable portion of gratuity in the following cases. First, if Alok is a government employee. Second, if Alok is not a government employee but covered by Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Third, if Alok is not a government employee and also not covered by Payment of Gratuity Act.
Okay, Tanas, can you tell me what is the how will you solve for the first condition? First question number 1. Tanas, can you listen to me? Can you hear me? I want you to solve the first question.
Hello?
Yeah, Tanas.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Tanas, how will you solve question number 1? Do you know the answer, Tanas?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Sir, I don't know actually exactly.
That means you are not there.
Yes, sir, I was not there for classes.
Why?
So there was a connectivity issue because of the rains.
But I saw you online.
No, sir, I was not there for last 2 classes.
No, I'm saying today, right now.
Anna.
See, I'm making it very clear. Please don't play this mischief of just putting the mic in a mute mode, not putting on the video, and roaming in the house. This is the official college time. You have to be in front of the PC or the mobile. Switch on the video. I want every one of you to switch on the video, please. And hereafter, for all my classes, every one of you will come in the video mode only. We have come to know from your own parents that a lot of you are playing mischief, just putting the PC on, not sitting in front of the PC, okay, muting the mic, muting the video phone, and moving around. Yeah, Tanas, tell me the answer for the first question. Did you bother to read the notes that was sent to you?
Sorry, sir.
You will get a special assignment, Tanas. You have to complete it and submit it to me on Saturday. Is that understood? Aryant, can you answer the second question?
Yes, sir.
Second question.
So wait. Sir, Alok have to pay taxes, sir.
I know.
Hello.
How much?
Yes, sir. Sir.
First thing is, which condition will be applicable for this particular person?
Condition, sir, I don't know, sir.
Which condition will be applicable, Aryant, for this?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, Alok is a government employee.
Okay.
Hello.
Is he a government
Uh,
employee? As far as question number 2 is
Alok
concerned.
have yes.
As far as question number 2 is
Yes,
concerned,
sir.
is Alok a government employee?
Yes, sir. He
Aryan,
has
read the
to
question.
pay, sir, 9 months.
Aryan, read the question. Is Alok a government employee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm saying read the second question. Is Alok a government employee? Can you read this?
Alok is not a government employee, sir, but covered by payment of Gratuity Act 1972, sir.
Okay. In that case, which condition will be applicable? Will condition number this be applicable or this condition will be applicable? Which condition will be applicable for him? Whether condition number 2 will be applicable,
Sir, first one, sir. First one.
which is first one? This one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The condition.
1972 Act. Yes, sir.
Will this condition be applicable? Will this condition be applicable? Or will this condition be applicable? Is my question. 1, 2, or 3. Which condition will be applicable?
Sir, B, sir, B.
Okay. Now tell me what is his salary?
Sir,
The formula is here. Okay.
yes, sir.
Tell me what will be his salary? Okay. The details are in this particular problem. Tell me what will be his salary.
16,000 per month, sir. Hello. And so, dearance allowance, sir, 6,000 per month. And sir, Alok is yes, sir.
Where is 6,000 in this case?
8,000, sir. 8,000, sir.
Okay. So what will be his salary?
And sir, salary, sir. 1,60,000. Sir, 1,82,000, sir.
How did you calculate this?
Sir, 60,000 into 12 months, sir.
Okay. What else?
Uh, Dearance allowance, sir. And sir, Alok is eligible for retirement benefits, sir. So he can get gratuity, sir, for 9 months, sir.
I'm asking what is his salary?
Sir, total salary is 1,82,000, sir.
Aryan, you are not understanding my question. I'm saying what is his
Yes.
salary for computation of gratuity?
Gratuity. So wait.
Next question, Dhanashri, I want you to answer. If Alok is not a government employee, how will you calculate his salary? The details are here. How will you calculate salary? Dhanashri, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, my question is, I want you to answer the third part. Okay, I just want you to tell me, how will you calculate salary if the employee is not a government employee? Also, he is not covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. How will you compute his salary is my only question. I'm not asking about gratuity. Please understand. I'm just asking you, how do you calculate salary? That's it. I don't think you are reading anything, you are taking any efforts. So this is the last time I'm going to send the problems to you. Hereafter, please refer the textbook, whatever you get, okay, and you can check for yourself as far as problems are concerned. Okay, so I'll not be solving any problems in any further classes now, because you don't respond. One, you don't come prepared for the class. You just get up and just sit in front of the mobile or laptop because I'm forcing you to open your mobile. That's it, nothing else. This is
So we practice, sir. So we refer that day only.
Rohin, but this is the response that I'm getting. I'm not asking any calculations. I'm just asking certain basic things. Have I ever asked you to calculate gratuity? I have not asked because I know it's difficult. I'm just asking basic salary, nothing else.
So can I tell?
Yeah, please tell me.
So first, if the Mr. Alok is a government employee, sir, you have said that if the government employee is there, then there is an exemption under section 1010. Then he has need not to pay that salary, sir. He is exempted. If Mr. Alok is not a government employee but covered under the payment.
Just a minute, Rohin. Tanas, did you get the
Yes.
answer? Tanas, did you get the answer? The answer is in front of you on the screen. Below the problem, point number 1.
Yes, sir. I read that.
And I was intentionally putting that slide in front of you, so I am hoping that at least you will read something. Yeah, Rohin, go on.
So then if Mr. Alok is not a government employee but covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, the salary is calculated as basic salary plus DA. The basic salary is given as 16,000 and DA is 8,000, totally 24,000 per month, sir. Here he is covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. Then we have to apply the formula 15/26 into that into the salary, basic salary, that salary for gratuity received into the number of years. Then my amount of gratuity they have given has amount of gratuity 7 lakhs, sir.
Okay. Now this is how
Okay. Then
I'll just explain. This is how the calculation is going to work out. Okay, Aryan, this is for you. I told you to calculate what is the salary. So salary means basic salary,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
which is 16,000 rupees
Yes,
per
sir.
month. Plus the DA that he receives, which is 8,000 rupees. Totally, he is receiving
8,000.
24,000 rupees as salary
24,000.
for computation of
Yes.
gratuity, right?
Gratuity. Yes.
Now we come to gratuity calculations, which is this part.
yes, sir. So if Mr. Alok is not a government employee and not covered by the Payment of Gratuity Act, in this case the salary will be calculated for 10 months, sir. Then the basic salary for 10 months will be 1,60,000, sir. Only for 10 months we have to calculate.
Right.
Then DA also for 10 months, sir. Then that will be of 80,000, sir.
Right.
Then totally we will get 2,40,000 as for 10 months salary divided by 10, sir. Then 24,000, sir.
Right. Now this is how the calculation.
Then the formula for this we have to apply is 1/2 into average salary for preceding the month of the retirement into number of completed years. Here we have to note take the extra years. If 26.5 months is there, we have to take 26 years.
Okay. So I'll just explain you this and then we'll just stop it because we are running out of time. Okay. First thing is, I'm just explaining you this particular problem and then we'll stop it. I hope everyone is clear as to how to compute salary. Now the second point says the employee is working in a private company but covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. Okay. In such case, we have to follow this particular table that is given here. We just have to put values. The entire table calculation is available here. We just have to put the values here. That's it. Nothing else. Clear? Now let us see. What is the total gratuity that this particular person has received? 7 lakhs. From where did I get the 7 lakhs? It is already there in the problem. So from this is where I got 7 lakhs. So I just write down without using anything, without using any brains, I'll just write down 7 lakhs because this is the amount that I actually received. Then I look for the conditions. The conditions are, there are 3 conditions. The least of the 3 is going to be exempted. So if there are least of the 3, what is the first condition? First condition says what is the actual gratuity that you have received? It is 7 lakhs. So this amount and this amount matches. Run. One part is done. Next condition is, it says 15/26 into last drawn salary into number of years of service completed. Now, 15/26 will be written as it is. It's a standard. Okay. Last drawn salary is 24,000 rupees. This is what we calculated. Okay. And here we are taking 26 years. Now, why we are taking 26 years is for the simple reason, in the problem, it is very clearly told that this person has worked for 25 years and 7 months, and we are testing the second condition. The second condition says that he is working under a company which is covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. In the third condition, it clearly says that if an employee is working in a private company and that company is covered by Payment of Gratuity Act, in such case, any partial service more than 6 months has to be considered the next value. Okay. So instead of considering 25 years, okay, he has served 25 years and 7 months. So we are going to consider it as 26 years. Clear? So the same condition gets applicable here. 26 years is the value that I've mentioned here. When you work it out, you get all these values that have been mentioned. Clear? Now, I think there is one mistake. Notified amount they have written as 10 lakhs. It is not 10 lakhs, it is 20 lakhs. I think there is some mistake here. Just check it. Yeah. Notified amount is actually 20 lakhs, not 10 lakhs. Please make this correction here. Please just make this correction here. It shouldn't be that you solve wrong things. Okay, fine. Anyways, so 7 lakhs is what he received. Okay, out of these 3 figures, the least is to be exempted. Which is the least amount? It is 3,60,000. So 3,60,000 is exempted amount. 7 lakhs you receive, 3 lakh is exempted. The balance amount is going to be taxable gratuity. Is that clear? The same condition gets applicable here also. The only difference is here you have to compute average 10 month salary. So how do you compute average 10 month salary? I take what is my basic salary for 10 months. So in fact, I am earning 16,000 rupees per month into 10. So I get 1,60,000 rupees as my 10 month salary. DA is 8,000 rupees. So 8 into 10, it comes to 80,000 rupees. So my total salary is going to be 2,40,000 rupees for last 10 months. Okay, if I want to find out average of this, I divide 2,40,000 by 10. I get average salary as 24,000. Okay, so my average salary is going to be 24,000. Then I check the same conditions again, once again here. The condition is actual gratuity received 7 lakhs. The least of the 3 amount is going to be exempted. What is actual gratuity received? That is 7 lakhs. The same amount comes here. Remember, in the previous case, we took 15/26 because the company was covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. Here, the company is not covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. That is the reason I am taking half into average salary of last 10 months. So it works out as half into 24 months, 24,000 into 25 years. Remember one more thing, in the previous case, I had taken 26 years. Here I am taking 25 years. The reason is, there the company was covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. Here the company is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. So I have to take half. This is one major change. If the company is not covered by Payment of Gratuity Act, this is another change. You cannot take partial or fractional service of years. You have to take full service of years, right? So when you work it out, okay, your taxable gratuity comes to 4 lakh rupees. Clearly you can understand, okay, clearly you can understand that if you are a company and if your company is registered with Payment of Gratuity Act, your taxable salary actually comes less. Here you have to pay, your taxable gratuity is 3,40,000. Here your taxable gratuity is 4 lakh. So in fact, 60,000 rupees would be the extra amount on which you have to pay the tax. So it is always advantageous for a company to get itself registered under Payment of Gratuity Act, because it is benefit for the employee. The amount of taxable gratuity comes lesser. So that is one of the important conclusions that I have to draw from this particular answer. Is that clear? So please solve this particular problems. I want every one of you to solve this particular problems. Today, I am taking Prag sir's class. In that particular class, I will continue once again with this part, and then let us see how we go ahead with this. In fact, my plan was to complete this and go ahead to the other problems that come in the exam. Remember, these problems don't come in the exam. This is only for practice, right? The problems that come in the exam are completely different. Okay, so I will just take Prag sir's class, and then we'll see how do we go about. Clear? And please remember, this is my last warning to every one of you. Please come prepared and pay attention to what I'm saying. Remember, taxation is like mathematics. You cannot study maths at the last moment, 3 days, 4 days before exam, or 15 days before exam. You cannot study tax. Okay, it's a complete mathematical subject. There are a lot of conditions that you have to remember. Don't treat this particular subject and investment management as a subject that can be learned in the last 15-20 days. This is not compensation management. This is not consumer behavior where you can learn 15-20 days and then pass. Sorry, it doesn't happen. If it was so easy, everyone who attempted CA exam would have passed. Clear? So please practice it on daily basis. This is very important for you to understand. And let me make it very clear that,